Where we are yesterday class, we are discussing about through some tool, right? EHP upgrade some tool, correct?
Yeah, we were seeing the screenshots.
Yeah. Recently, I have done EHP upgrade, EHP 7 upgrade. I'll share you the document. Okay. So,
Okay.
in interview, they will ask you when you are doing when you are doing any upgrade, through some, what activities we can perform through some, any idea? Through some tool, what activities we can perform? These are the interview questions. Through some tool, we can do stack upgrade, okay, support pack upgrade, EHP upgrade, netweaver upgrades, correct?
Oh, okay.
In some, we have a different versions in marketplace, right? In this screenshot, we are using some 18. So in service marketplace, we have a latest version 20, some 20. Okay. So in some tool, what are the different phases are there? Extraction, configuration, checks, pre-processing, execution, and post-processing. These are the different phases. Okay. And each and every phase, what will happen? These are the different phases. Each and every phase, what will happen? And then we can enter into the phases: extraction, configuration, checks, pre-processing, execution, and post-processing. Okay. In extraction, it will ask you DDIC, user ID, password of 000 client, and after that, it will ask you SAP service SID, user ID. Okay. In extraction, it will check your spam version, whether your spam version is sufficient for this upgrade or not. Spam and saint version. Okay. Spam version and saint version both are same. So in spam version, it will check, my sum tool will check whether the spam version, current spam version of your system is suitable for this upgrade or not. If it is not suitable, it will give you this pop-up message. See this screen. Spam version is below 61, is too low, right? You need to upgrade at least 62. Okay. And if I cross check in service marketplace, I have found latest 63 in 740 version. So I have downloaded the 63 version and I have kept into the uncad and I have kept into the EPS in folder. Okay. Next, my sum tool itself can import the spam version here. Okay. I need not to go separately into the system. I need not to update separately using a spam or saint T code. Okay, my sum tool itself can import this, because here there is one option: search for new spam version from this location, EPS in location. Whenever I have kept that SAR file, okay, uncad in EPS in. If you click this, then it will cross check. It will find out. Okay, once it has been found out by some tool, then it will ask you if then you can select import spam version 63. Whenever you click import spam version 63, then my sum tool itself can import the spam version. Okay, and no migrations, and it will show you how many objects are there obsolete, how many modified objects are there. Okay, this is extraction phase, and next we are entering into the configuration phase. Configuration phase, what will happen? In configuration phase, it will ask you in what type of mode you need to do your upgrade. How many modes are there? There are 3 different modes are there: single system, standard, and advanced. What is the difference between what is the difference between each mode? Single system. In single system, there is no shadow instance concept. It will take a longer downtime. What is the standard mode? In standard mode, there is a shadow instance concept is there. Standard system. Shadow system will be created in standard mode. Okay, and advanced mode. In advanced mode also, shadow system will be created, but with high resources, it will take high resources at the time of a downtime. Okay, what is mean by shadow system? What is mean by shadow system or shadow instance? Both are equal. What is mean by shadow system? The upgrade which automatically creates, means my upgrade tool, my sum tool, upgrade tool will be created the shadow instance, okay, which uses the same SID as the original system, but runs in completely separated instance. Correct? It will create a separate instance number and its own structure of directories, files, system number, and settings, as well as separate repository. Shadow system is used to perform the modification objects of abap dictionary objects and activation of new objects that are part of the update. What it means? What is meant by shadow system? First of all, shadow system will be created by my upgrade tool. Shadow system also will have the same SID of original system, but instance number is different. Okay, and it contains its own directories, files, system number, settings, repository, everything. Okay, first upgrade will be happen in shadow system. Okay, and also in shadow system we need to perform modification adjustment objects. What is meant by modification adjustment objects? It's nothing but a spdd activity. So the spdd activity will be performed in shadow system only. Remember this point. In interview they will ask you in which system you will perform spdd activities, original system or shadow system. You need to say answer is shadow system. Okay,
What is
whenever
SPDD
you
activity?
have selected, sorry,
What is SPDD activity?
yeah, I will tell you later. Whenever you have selected standard mode or advanced mode, then only shadow system concept will be comes into the picture. If you are selected in single mode, there is no shadow system concept. In original system only upgrade will be happen. In original system only we need to perform spdd activities. Got my point? Whenever you have selected standard mode or advanced mode, then only we have a shadow system concept. So spdd activities will be performed in a shadow system only. Who will perform spdd activities? My abapper developer will perform spdd activities. Whenever my sum tool is reached to spdd activities phase, then we need to stop our upgrade activity. We need to contact the abap developer. Okay, and we need to provide the shadow system instance details. Why? Because they need to log into the shadow system instance. Correct? So we need to provide a login details. Login details in the sense logon pad entries. What is the SID? Same SID. What is the IP? Same IP. And what is the instance number? Instance number will be changed. Correct? So these entries we need to provide to the developer, and they will create logon entry, SAP logon entry in their logon pad with shadow system details and then they can log into the system. Okay, they can log into the system and they will perform SPDD activities. Okay, and once they performed SPDD activities, those activities will be stored in a one transport request, and they will provide you the transport request number after the completion of SPDD activity. Okay, once we receive the transport request from the developer, then we need to release the transport tasks, not request. We need to release the transport tasks only. How many transport tasks are there within a transport request? We need to release all the transport tasks, then we can continue our upgrade activity. Is it clear? Hello. Okay. Now, what is meant by SPDD activity? SPDD means it's a data dictionary objects modifications. Data dictionary objects modifications. See, for example, see, this is my system. In this system, I have a shadow instance has been created. Okay. In shadow instance itself, the upgrade activity will be run. Okay. For example, this is my current is EHP1. Okay, and the target is EHP3. Okay, so in EHP1 to EHP3, whenever the upgrade is going on, okay, what are the modification objects are there in EHP1? There is, for example, I will tell you, there is one object is there, ABC object. Okay, the ABC object has been modified by my developers, and whenever object has been modified, every object will have some versions like version 1, version 2, version 3. Every time whenever the objects are modified, okay, the versions will be maintained. Got my point? If you see in same versions, if same concept, you can see in a profile parameters. We have a profile parameters, right? Start default instance, correct? In RZ10, we can change the profile parameters, correct? Whenever you are changing the profile parameters, every time the profile parameter version will be changed, correct? Whenever you save the profile. So whenever the objects are changing here, the objects will maintain the versions. Okay, so this object, whenever it is upgrading from EHP1 to EHP3, and the system don't have any the system will not upgrade it, the changed objects, what are the modification objects are there, the versions are there, the system cannot change. Right, the system cannot change because it will give you a pop-up message how many modified objects are there. Those modification objects, it will give you the list of objects, like there are 10 modified objects are there. What you need to do, you want to do a obsolete, or you want to do adopt the modifications. Adopt the modification means we need to adopt those modifications in our latest upgrade, or you need to you need to perform an obsolete. Okay, so these actions will be done by our developer team, because we are not responsible for, basis consultant is not responsible for SPDD SPAU activities. SPAU I will tell you after upgrade. Okay, because SPAU will be performed in after upgrade only. SPDD will be performed in the upgrade itself. Okay, so what are the data dictionary objects are modified, abap data dictionary objects? Those modification adjustments we need to perform. That activity is nothing but a SPDD activity. and this activity will comes before the in the middle of the upgrade, and this SPDD activity we need to perform in a shadow instance only, and this activity will be performed by our developers. Are you clear? Hello.
Yes, sir. Practically, can we see this, sir?
SPDD practically we cannot see, Muzahid, because this is not our activity. SPDD is nothing but SPDD is one transaction code. It is a one T code. SPDD is one T code. Okay, and SPAU also one T code. Okay. See, SPDD they will log into the shadow instance. For example, my original instance is 00 and central instance is 01. And my some tool has been created, shadow instance number is 04. Okay, so now I want to create this entry into my logon pad first of all, correct? Because I don't have an entry with 04 instance in my SAP logon pad, correct? Did you getting my point?
Yeah.
So first create a entry in logon pad and log into the shadow instance 000 client with DDIC or any other user, copy of DDIC, any other user, or you can create it. Okay, and the developers will log into the system 000 and any DDIC user or copy of DDIC user, and they will call SPDD T code. Okay, and they will perform their activity, and those once the modification objects has been changed, once the activity has been performed, then they will create one transport request, and all the changes will be saved into the transport request, right? So we will get the transport request. Once we receive the transport request, we need to check what is the transport task are there. Go to SC01, okay, and give the transport request number and display. Then we can see how many tasks are there. Then we need to release all the tasks, not transport request. We cannot release the transport request. Note this point. We cannot release the transport request at the time of upgrade. Which transport request I am talking about? I am talking about SPDD transport request. Got my point? We cannot release the transport request, SPDD transport request at the time of upgrade. So that's why we are releasing only tasks, not a request. Okay. Once we done, then we can continue our upgrade. Did you getting my point? We can continue our upgrade activity.
Yeah.
Because why I'm saying this activity is not practically not possible, because see how you can download this through through maintenance planner only. We can generate the stack file, correct? We can download the softwares, right, through maintenance planner, correct?
Yeah. Okay.
Hello. Through maintenance planner only we can generate the stack file, and we can generate the target files, and we can download the softwares, right? When we can do this through maintenance planner, first of all my system should be sync with my solution manager. Then only I can generate the stack file, I can generate the target files, I can download the target files through maintenance planner only. So in our test system, test servers, in our institute, we have a test servers only. We don't have a solution manager systems. If you want to configure a solution manager system, then we need to purchase a license from the service marketplace. Then only we can build solution manager system. because solution manager system is a very important system in a landscapes. Did you getting my point? So license wise, it is not possible to build a solution management system for our test servers, test scenarios. If there is no solution management system, we cannot configure our test servers to the solution management system. If there is no, if not possible, then there is no maintenance planner activity. There is no maintenance planner activity, then we cannot generate stack file. We cannot generate the target files. Correct? Did you get my point?
Yeah.
That's why I'm explaining each and every screenshot step by step. That's why I'm explaining since last 3 days onwards, because we can complete within one class, right? So that's why I'm taking a 3 days classes for this. Every screen, every phase. Nothing is a very simple concept, but you need to understand each and every phase what is happening. Okay. So in configuration phase, we have a different modes. What are the modes? Single system, standard mode, and advanced mode. Okay. And now it will ask you the parallel processes. See here, abap parallel process update. Okay, and these ABAP processes, SQL processes, we need to give as per our dialog work process and background work process. Okay, there is a 10 dialog work process, right? So then we can provide here 8 in place of 9. We can provide parallel process 8, and background here also ABAP process also we can provide here 10. So 8, 10, 8, 10 we can provide here. Okay, and come to R3 trans. How I can provide a parallel process means, first you need to check how many CPUs are there in your system. How many CPUs are there? For example, 4 CPUs are there in my system. So 4 into 2 you need to 4 into 2 you need to provide the parallel process. How much? 4 into 2, 8, right? So here R3 trans 8 and 10 we can provide here, and the load process also by default it has taken a 2040, so you can leave it as it is. Okay, you can leave it as it is. Did you got my point? How we can change the parallel process here? First two we need to give based on our dialog process and background process, and the third R3 trans we can provide based on our CPUs. How many CPUs are there? 4 CPUs. Then 4 into 2, 3 CPUs. 3 into 2. And the R3 load process by default it will take it, leave it as it is. Okay, and here see, do not start ABAP load generator during the upgrade. ABAP load generation means what? SGen. So I don't want to run SGen at the time of upgrade. I will run after upgrade. So that's why I have selected this option, because at the time of upgrade also if SGen is running, then it will take a time, right? So I don't want to take the time at the time of upgrade. I want to execute SGen after upgrade. So that's why I have selected do not start ABAP load generation during the upgrade. If you want to run SGen during the upgrade, then you need to select the last option, generate ABAP loads. Generate ABAP loads on shadow system during the uptime, or generate ABAP loads on shadow system during the uptime and start asynchronously in post downtime. Okay. In real-time scenarios, generally we will not run abap load generations during the upgrade. Okay. So here it is saying missing nodes, missing SAP nodes in configuration phase. So if you click here, see here in question mark, here in red line, if you click here, it will show you what are the SAP nodes are missing. See, there are two SAP nodes are missing, right? So these two SAP nodes you need to implement in your system. Original system, till now there is no shadow system has been created. Still we are in configuration phase only. Okay. So in original system, you need to log into the system and go to S node transaction and apply SAP nodes. You know how to apply SAP node, right? So whenever you apply SAP node, it will ask you to create a transport request. So create a transport request, and remember you need to release the transport request. It's a mandatory. If you're not release the transport request, then in some tool it will show you still there are open transport requests are there. Please release the transport request. Okay. So we need to release the transport request. Next. Is there any SPDD, SPAU transport request is there? Before upgrade, have you done any previous upgrades? Is there any SPDD, SPAU transport request are there or not? If there is any transport request are there, then we can provide the transport request numbers. But it will not there. Okay? Usually in a real-time scenarios, it will not there. And this is my target. So this is information only. Okay? This is my target. I'm going. And next, see here, in configuration phase only, it is creating a shadow instance, abap shadow instance. What is the instance number? It has been taken 04. And abap shadow db schema password I'm providing here. You can provide any password, any master password. Okay. So where my shadow instance will be created, the shadow instance details will be asked in configuration phase. This is the shadow instance number 04. Okay. There is no, we are not using any profiles. Okay. Go for no. And next, checks.log means the configuration phase has been completed. Next, we will enter into the checks phase. In checks phase, it will check whether the source and target and every usernames and passwords, okay, is everything is perfect or not. Next, it will enter into the pre-processing phase. In pre-processing phase, what will happen? It will ask you log the development objects, means no object should be modified in development system. Okay, log now. So there is no development objects will be happen if you continue after this phase, log now. Okay, so in a real-time scenario, whenever you reach this phase, we need to inform to the client, boss, we are reached lock now phase. So now there is no developments will be happen in the system. Please let me know, shall I continue with this option? Shall I continue or not? Because up to here, up to in pre-processing log development, up to here, all are uptime phases only. What is mean by uptime phase? What is mean by uptime phase? In a name itself, there is a meaning. What is mean by uptime phase?
No, the system will be up and running.
What is meant by downtime phase? System is available.
Uptime phase means I am running a upgrade activity parallelly, but my system will be accessed to the all the users, and all the users can log in and they can do their work. Got my point?
Yeah.
So what is meant by downtime phase? Actual upgrade activity will be performed and the system will be down and users cannot be logged into the system. That is mean by downtime phase. Okay. So I will tell you up to where the uptime phases are there. Okay. See, in the lock now, whenever you reach this phase, we need to inform to the client, boss, we reach lock now, shall I go ahead or not? Because we don't know. Maybe they're working, they have some activities, they have performed some activities, okay, because we are performing this in a development system, correct? So in development system, users will be logged in, development team will be logged in, they will do their work, right? So before locking the development, we need to inform to the client. In a real-time scenario, we need to send an email. Once they are confirmed, yes, we have done our development, then you can go ahead now. Then we can continue from this phase. Okay, and now it is checking, is there any open transports are there or not. If there is any open transports are there, what is mean by open transport request? Means the transport requests are not yet released. So these transport requests you need to release. Okay. Once this is done in pre-processing, now act_upz phase, here it is showing you need to perform spdd activity here. Clearly it is saying how you need to perform. Log on to the shadow instance with the user DDIC in 000 client, okay, and system change settings should be changed. System settings where I can change in SE06. Go to SE06 and select modifiable, okay, and create a user for modification adjustment copy of a DDIC user using a transaction SE01. Means what it is saying is, don't use DDIC user, create take a copy of DDIC user, and that user you need to provide to the development team. They can use that test user, okay, and log on to the shadow instance and execute an spdd code and do your work. Did you clear here this screen? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Good. So once we reach this phase, what we need to do is we need to contact to the development team. Before contact to the development team, first we need to log into the shadow instance. We need to log into the 000 client, DDIC user ID password, and we need to create one test user, copy of DDIC user using SE01, and you need to change the system change settings in SE06. Then you can go to and we can contact to the development team. Boss, we have reached spdd phase, okay, so please perform spdd activities and let us know the transport request number. Okay, to perform spdd activities, please use this logon credentials. Like we need to provide logon pad credentials, right? SID, IP, and shadow instance number, that is 04, correct? So these details we need to provide, and we have created one test user, right? And username and password we need to provide. Okay, and they will create a logon entry and they will log in with this test user in 000 client, and they will perform spdd activities. They will give you the transport request number. Once we receive the transport request number, what we need to do? Go to SE01 and release the transport task. Release the task. Okay, we cannot release the transport request because during the upgrade time, spdd transport request we cannot release. If you try to release the transport request, spdd transport request, then it will give you a pop-up message, upgrade is going on, you cannot release the transport request of spdd. Okay, that's why we need to release only tasks. Once we release the task, then we can continue from this phase. Okay, so first developers should complete spdd, then only we need to continue with this. See here, SE06, go to SE06, here we need to select modifiable, that's it. Okay, see, this is the spdd request, I got it. So these are the transport tasks. These tasks we need to release 5 and 3. 2 is the transport request. This we cannot release because we are in an upgrade phase, right? My sum tool will release this after upgrade. If you cross check this transport request, my sum tool will release this automatically. Now in pre-processing next, after SPDD, what it is saying, stop all production activities now, ensure no background jobs will run, make sure all users logged out, isolate the central instance, actions completed. First what we need to do is we need to do a stop all production activities, means every user should be logged out, no jobs will be run here, no background jobs will be run here. Means what? I don't want to execute any background jobs. I want to suspend the background jobs. How we can suspend the background jobs? Log into original system. Still we have original system. Still we are in uptime phases only. Okay. Go to SA38 T code. Run the job btctrns1. Okay, and execute. So what will happen? What are the background jobs are released? We have a released status, right, in background jobs, correct? Hello.
Yeah.
One second. Huh? So in background jobs, what are the released status are there? All the status will be changed to released, suspended. Release, suspended. Okay. Whenever you execute this T code, sorry, whenever you executed this report, btctrns1, you need to remember this report. btctrns1, btctrns1. Okay. So no other background jobs will run. Okay. So that is what here we need to do. Ensure that no scheduled background, no bad jobs should run. Okay. Make sure all the users should be logged out. Okay. Once this has been done, go to the next phase. See here, this is what I executed the report. After executing, I got this message: the jobs are suspended due for the upgraded. Jobs were suspended for the upgrade, right? One second. Okay, got it? See here, this is the status: release suspended, release suspended, release suspended, release suspended. These released or transport related background jobs. Okay. See now, act_UPG has been started. One second. Okay. See here. Now, pre-processing steps. Stop all production activities. This is what we have done right now. Just now we have done. Correct. Now see here. One more. Backup of your upgrade directory. What is meant by upgrade directory? Where I have executed my sum, I have executed in one folder, right? I have created soft folder. In that soft folder, I have executed this command SAP car-xvf and some .sar file. This is what I have executed in a soft folder. In soft folder, I have kept my sum folder and SAP car, right? So here, whenever I have executed in soft folder, it will create a sum folder. Under sum folder, there are so many files will be uncard here, right? So in sum folder only, I have started my sum tool. Okay. Whenever I am executing all these phases, whenever I am executing all these phases related log files will be written in under sum folder only. All the phases log files will be written in some folder. Where I can see this log files, go to this location soft, in some folder, abap folder, log. Okay, here I can see the log files of all the phases. All the phases log files will be available here. Some abap log. Got my point? Okay, so what it is saying is take a backup directory of this sum folder, directory folder. This is my upgrade directory, right? So take this backup, some folder, you need to take a backup. Okay, take a sum folder backup. See here, in SAP Software Dump, I have kept some folder is created. In some folder, I have taken a copy here, backup. Okay. Now, manually backup of transaction logs and deschedule automatic jobs and switch recovery model to simple. This is related for SQL database, not any other database. These options are related for SQL Server database, MS SQL Server. Okay, and MS SQL Server, we have transaction logs. We need to take a backup of transaction logs, and there are some DB related automatic jobs are there enabled. We need to disable that. Okay, before doing disable, we need to take a screenshot of that enabled screenshot, because after that we need to enable it again after upgrade. So that's why how many jobs are enabled. Before disable, we need to take a screenshot. Okay, disable all these jobs and switch to recovery model simple. Simple means what? In Oracle database, this is not simple is nothing but rklog mode is off. Rklog mode is off. Have you remember rklog mode on off? Rklog mode on, rklog mode off. We discussed in Oracle architecture. Rklog mode on means what? Arc files will not be generated, correct? Rklog mode on means arc files will be generated, correct? Means archive files will be generated. So in MS SQL Server, recovery model simple means in Oracle database rklog mode is off. So what it means, we don't want generate any archive files, okay, at the time of actual upgrade, because if it is generated, then our archive files folder will be full, correct? So I don't want generate any archive files at the time of actual upgrade. So that's why my sum tool is saying you can switch off your archive mode, then you can continue your actual upgrade, means downtime phases, right? So that's why it is saying switch to recovery model is simple. See here how I can take a backup. Log into the MS SQL Management Studio. Here SID will be there. Right click on the SID, go to task and click on backup. I'm taking a backup before going to the downtime. So backup type is what I have selected here. Backup type is transaction log backup. And path, I have selected this path. I have created one folder and I have selected this path and click OK. Then the backup of completed successfully. Now I told you, right, some database related jobs are there. These database related jobs we need to disable it. See how many enable? All are enabled. So take the screenshot and disable all these jobs, okay? And next I need to set it to recovery model on, recovery model off, right? See this one. Select the here database. Right click on the database here. Right click on the database. Go to properties. In the last option, then you can see this option, this window. Okay. Database properties. Go to options. Here recovery model. Recovery model full. Simple. Full means what? Recovery model full means rklog mode is on in Oracle database. Rklog mode is on. In MS SQL, recovery model full means archive files will be generated. So now we are changing recovery model full to simple. Simple means what? I don't want generate any archive files, means rklog mode is off. Okay. Select this simple and click OK. Now we have performed all these actions. Now click on next. Right? Now still we are in, up to here we are in uptime phases only. Now we reach to checks log. Now see here. Now the system will be shut down here. So downtime phase has been started here. In a end of where my downtime phase will be started? That is the question. At the end of pre-processing phase, the downtime will be started. Before downtime, it will ask you take a log backup, transaction log backup, and recovery model simple. Okay, automatic jobs, deschedule. Okay, at the end of pre-processing, downtime will be start. So execution means what? My downtime has been started. In downtime phase, what will happen? The shadow instance will be switched to original instance. Shadow instance will be switched to original instance. Shadow system will be switched to original instance. Okay. Shadow system will be switched to original instance. And here I got one error. See here, USR SAP SID instance exe some DLL file access is denied. Means what it is trying to do is it is deleting the original kernel, and it has been already upgraded. Kernel also upgraded in a shadow instance only. So first it will clear the original kernel files, and it will switch shadow instance kernel files into the original instance. So first of all it will clear, so it is unable to delete this. So what we have done, move those files into another location. I have cut here and I have pasted into the different location, and after that I have done next here. This option only we have got it, right? So here we need to click on next. If you click on next means what? Repeat this phase where I have stopped. In which phase I have stopped, this phase will be started. Okay. Now actions are completed. In execution phase the actions are completed. Now it is saying make a full backup of your database, and automatic backups you need to enable here, and you can change the recovery model full, and you can take a full backup of database. Means our downtime has been completed. Start SAP. It is trying to start my SAP. My downtime phase has been completed in execution phase. So I have revert back all the enabled jobs, and I have revert back the recovery model full. Database backup, after that we will take it. Okay. After upgrade we can take it. So this is the execution phase. This execution phase, see here, end of downtime means downtime phases are completed. Where downtime will be start? At the end of pre-processing, and where downtime will be end? In execution phase only. Okay. Now checks.log. Next, post-processing. Post-processing, the post steps will be performed here. So here it is asking me, you need to perform a SPAU activities. Okay. So this SPAU activities we can perform after upgrade also. There are 18 development objects have been found. So this is SPAU activities. SPAU also is a modified objects only. Here, see here, modification objects. This SPAU object activity also will be performed by our development team only. SPAU is a transaction code. Okay. So this we can perform after upgrade. So that's why I'm continue here. I'm not stopped here. Just you can continue here. Click next. Once it is completed, you will receive this message. Then click close. Then you can see here your upgrade is completed 100%. Okay. Now after upgrade, and we can send an email to the developer. Upgrade. Now you need to proceed with the SPAU activities, and please let us know the transport request number. Once they have performed SPAU activities, once they have given a transport request number, we need to release the transport task and transport request also release. Okay. And then we can continue with the post steps. We can continue with the post steps. Parallelly they will do a SPAU activity. And what is the post step? After upgrade we need to run a sgen, because so many new objects are came right in upgrade phase, in upgraded time. So all the objects should be compiled again. So that's why we need to run a sgen, right? and known issues. If sometimes in upgrade time some tool will unable to stop my shadow instance, unable to start the shadow instance, then manually you can perform using these commands. /SAP up stop SSD. SSD is nothing but shadow instance. /SAP up stop SSD. Okay, and you can start the shadow instance using these commands. Start SSD. Okay, so this is what upgrade of some tool, using some tool. Okay, got my point? I think I have shared this document to you. Okay, go through this document, go through in each and every phase what happening. Don't by heart, just understand the concept. In each and every phase, what inputs it is asking and what it is doing, where SPDD activities need to perform, where SPAU activities need to perform. Okay, need to perform means not our responsibility, developer responsibility, but we need to understand in which instance we need to perform SPDD and SPAU. Got it? And we'll meet on Monday. Okay? Yeah, thank you very much. Have a nice day. Happy weekend. Bye.
Thank you, sir.